Hey, welcome to the Everyday English podcast. So glad you're here.
Hi, everyone. I'm Marco. We're happy you're with us today.
And I'm Erika. On this podcast, we want to help you speak English more naturally. We use real conversations, simple examples, and helpful everyday phrases.
We want English to feel easy, useful, and even fun. No boring grammar rules, okay?
Today's topic is great for adults, students, and working people. We're talking about changing jobs.
Yes, and we're sharing 100 useful phrases you can use when you want to leave your job, look for a new one, go to interviews, and start fresh.
This topic is important because many people think about getting a new job. Maybe the pay is low, maybe the hours are too long.
Or maybe your boss says, quick meeting, and then you're there for 2 hours.
A very real problem.
Yes. So if you want to talk about changing jobs in English, you need the right words. Simple, useful phrases.
In this lesson, we'll help you talk about how you feel, your plans, interviews, resigning, and starting something new.
If you like learning with us, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications too so you don't miss anything.
Okay, new job, new life, new English phrases. Let's get started.
So, Erika, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks. A bit busy, but in a nice way. I had some tea, answered a few emails, and got ready for today.
Nice. I'm okay too, but I'm still waking up.
Still waking up? It's the afternoon.
I know, but my brain takes time.
That sounds hard.
It is. My brain works part-time.
Well, I'm happy the rest of you showed up.
Me too. So, what did you do this weekend?
I cleaned my apartment, went to a bookstore, and spent too much time reading articles about jobs and careers.
That sounds very much like you.
Is that good?
Yes, it means you're organized, responsible, and maybe a little too into sticky notes.
I do love sticky notes. What about you? What did you do?
I tried to clean my room.
Tried?
Yes, I started cleaning, then I found an old photo, then an old notebook. I sat on the floor and read it for an hour.
So no cleaning?
No, but I learned about my past. I found a note from 3 years ago. It said, "This year I will be more organized."
That's relatable.
Also, I met an old friend. He just changed jobs. He told me about his interviews, the stress, and learning new computer programs.
That fits perfectly with our topic.
Yes, and I think many English learners want to talk about this, but they don't know the right phrases.
Exactly. It's one thing to say, I want a new job, but it's better to explain why and answer questions clearly.
So today, we'll go from "I need a new job" to "I can talk about my career change" in English.
Let's start our main conversation.
Erika, have you ever wanted to change jobs?
Yes, I think many people feel that way sometimes. You feel stuck, or you want more money, or just something new.
That's a good phrase already, a fresh start.
Yes, it sounds hopeful.
If someone asks, "Why do you want to change jobs?" you can say, "I'm ready for a new challenge," or "I want a fresh start."
I like that. It sounds better than I'm so tired of everything.
Yes, that's for a close friend only.
So let's start at the beginning. Imagine you're thinking about leaving your job. What can you say?
You can say, "I've been thinking about changing jobs," or "I'm looking for something new," or "I'm open to new opportunities."
I'm open to new opportunities sounds professional.
It means you're ready to hear about new chances or jobs.
People also talk about their reasons. For example, I want to learn new skills, I want more responsibility, or I want better work-life balance.
That's an important phrase. Work-life balance means having time for work and for your personal life.
If you work all day, answer messages at night, and dream about emails, you need better work-life balance.
Or a vacation.
Other reasons? The pay is too low, the hours are too long, or there's no room to grow.
That means you can't improve or move up in the company.
If I do the same thing every day and nothing changes, I can say, there's no room to grow.
What if you don't hate your job, but you're bored?
Then you can say, I feel stuck, or I'm not challenged anymore.
I feel stuck is common.
Yes, for example, I've been in the same role for 5 years and I feel stuck.
Can you also say, I'm burned out?
Yes, but that means you're very tired mentally and emotionally from too much work.
So bored and burned out are different.
Yes, if you're bored, you want something more interesting. If you're burned out, you need rest because you have too much pressure.
Many people say, I'm tired, but they mean I'm burned out.
That's true. You can also say, I've been under a lot of pressure, or I need a healthier schedule.
Now, imagine you're talking to a friend. You say, I'm thinking about changing jobs. Your friend asks why. Then you answer, I want to try something different, or I want a job that fits me better.
A job that fits me better. That's nice.
You can also say, I want flexible hours. I want a shorter commute, or I want to work from home.
Job hunting sounds funny.
It does, but it just means searching for jobs. You can say, I'm job hunting right now, or I'm sending out applications.
Or, I saw a job ad yesterday. I applied online last night. I'm waiting to hear back.
Hear back means get a reply.
Sometimes people apply for many jobs.
Yes, my friend applied for 12 jobs in 1 week. He said, I'm applying to 3 jobs a day.
Numbers make your English feel more real.
Then you get good news. You can say, I got an interview, or they invited me for an interview.
Then the stress begins.
Yes, you're happy for 5 minutes, then you forget your own name.
In an interview, they often ask, can you tell me about yourself?
A simple answer is, sure, I've worked in customer service for 3 years. I enjoy helping people, and now I'm looking for a new role where I can grow.
Keep it short and relevant.
Another common question is, why do you want this job?
You can answer, I'm interested in this position because it matches my skills. Or, I'm excited about this opportunity because I want to learn more in this field.
Field means your work area, like education, marketing, design.
Then they ask, what are your strengths? You can say, I'm organized. I'm a quick learner. I work well under pressure. Or, I communicate well with people.
They may ask, what is your weakness?
A careful answer. Sometimes I take on too much work, but I'm learning to manage my time better.
Better than saying, my weakness is that I sleep when I'm stressed.
Yes, don't say that.
Another useful phrase is, I have experience in. For example, I have experience in sales, team support, and problem solving.
Or, in my current job, I answer customer emails, manage schedules, and prepare reports.
And if you don't have much experience, you can say, I'm eager to learn.
After the interview, you might say, I think the interview went well, or I was nervous at first, but then I relaxed.
Or, I think I answered clearly.
Then you wait again. You can say, I'm still waiting for their decision. I hope they call me back.
If they make an offer, you need phrases for salary and benefits.
The company may say, we'd like to offer you the position. You can say, thank you for the offer.
Then you can ask, what is the salary range? Does the job offer remote work? Are there any benefits? Is there room to grow in this role?
Benefits are extras like health insurance, paid vacation, sick leave, training.
If you want more money, you can say, I'd like to discuss the salary. Or, is there any flexibility in the offer?
Or, based on my experience, I'd like to negotiate the salary.
Negotiate means talk to reach an agreement.
You can be polite and still ask for what you need. If they make an offer, you can say, thank you, I need a little time to think about it.
Or, when do you need my answer?
If you accept, you can say, I'd be happy to accept the offer. If not, thank you very much, but I've decided to decline.
Now comes the hard part, telling your current boss.
You can start with, I'd like to talk to you about something important.
Then, I've decided to move on.
That's a good phrase. It means you're leaving and going to the next step.
You can also say, I've accepted another position, or I've decided to take a new opportunity.
Then, I'd like to give my notice.
Give notice means officially tell your employer you're leaving. My last day will be 2 weeks from today.
It's important to be respectful. You can say, Thank you for the opportunity. I've learned a lot here, and I appreciate your support.
Those phrases help you leave on good terms. That means leaving with respect.
You can also say, I'll do my best to finish my projects before I leave, or I can help train the next person if needed.
If your boss asks why, you can say, I'm ready for a new challenge, or I found a role that matches my long-term goals.
Or, this was not an easy decision.
Then you start your new job. On your first day, you can say, Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Marco. I'm happy to be here.
Could you show me around? Where should I sit? How does the system work? Sorry, I'm still learning.
I'm still learning is a great phrase. It's simple and useful.
Then, could you repeat that, please? Let me write that down. Who should I ask if I need help? Thanks for your patience.
After a few days, you can say, I'm starting to feel more comfortable, or I'm getting the hang of it.
Getting the hang of it means you're starting to understand and do it better.
You can also say, the team has been very welcoming. Everyone has been really helpful. I'm glad I made this change.
But sometimes the first week is hard. New names, new tasks.
In those moments, you can say, Sorry, I'm a little lost, or I'm not familiar with this process yet.
So we have phrases for the whole process: starting the job search, interviews, resigning, and the first days at a new job.
Now, if you wanted to change jobs, what would be your main reason?
I think growth. I want a role where I can grow and take on more responsibility.
For me, balance. I want a healthier schedule and more flexible hours.
Another useful thing is asking others for advice. You can say, do you think I should apply? Can I get your opinion? Do you think this role suits me?
They might answer, it's worth a try. You never know unless you try. That sounds like a good opportunity. Or trust yourself.
One mistake is waiting for the perfect time. Sometimes there is no perfect time.
So another good phrase is, I may not feel fully ready, but I want to try.
And if you make mistakes, you learn. Every job teaches you something.
Even a bad job can teach you what you don't want.
When you talk about jobs in English, you don't need perfect English. You need clear English. Simple phrases are enough.
I want to change jobs. I'm looking for something new. I got an interview. I accepted the offer. It's my first day.
Those short phrases can take you far.
So if someone feels nervous about changing jobs, take it one step at a time. Update your resume, apply for a few jobs, practice your answers, ask questions, and trust yourself.
And it's okay to feel scared. Changing jobs can be scary, but it can also be exciting. You're allowed to want something better.
Now let's look at some key vocabulary.
First, opportunity, a good chance to do something. We said, I'm open to new opportunities.
Burnt out, very tired from too much work or stress.
Resume, the document with your work history and skills.
Cover letter, a short letter explaining why you want the job.
Work-life balance, time for work and personal life.
Commute, the trip between home and work.
Hear back, get a reply. I'm waiting to hear back.
Negotiate. Discuss to reach an agreement.
Give notice, officially say you're leaving your job.
Move on. Go to the next step.
Get the hang of it. Start to understand and do something better.
Now let's recap the whole lesson. First, we learned how to talk about wanting a change. Phrases like, I'm thinking about changing jobs. I want a fresh start. I feel stuck. And I'm open to new opportunities.
Then we talked about reasons. The pay is too low. The hours are too long. I want better work-life balance. And there's no room to grow.
Then job searching. I need to update my resume. I wrote a cover letter. I applied online. And I'm waiting to hear back.
Then the interview. Can you tell me about yourself? What are your strengths? I'm a quick learner. I have experience in, and I'm excited about this opportunity.
Then offers and decisions. What is the salary range? Are there any benefits? I'd like to negotiate. I need time to think. And I'd be happy to accept the offer.
And finally, leaving the old job and starting the new one. I've decided to move on. I'd like to give notice. Thank you for the opportunity. It's my first day. Could you show me around? And I'm getting the hang of it.
Short phrases, clear meaning,
real situations.
Now we want to hear from you. If you changed your job, what would be your main reason?
I would change my job for better work-life balance. I want enough time to work well, rest well, and enjoy life.
I would change my job to learn new skills and grow more in my career.
We want to know about you. Please tell us in the comments. You can write something like, I would change my job because I want better pay, or I would change my job because I want flexible hours.
Or, my main reason is because blank.
Please write your answer. It helps us make better videos and helps you practice writing in English.
Don't worry about perfect grammar. Just try.
Thank you for learning with us today. We hope this lesson helps you talk about changing jobs in clear, natural English.
If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Click subscribe and the little bell so you don't miss future lessons.
Remember, small phrases can help you say big things.
And don't be afraid to try. Confidence grows with practice.
Have a wonderful day.
Take care, everyone. Goodbye.